day 26 of the 90-day English speaking challenge. I think that I have quite a good self-control when it comes to the drink I consume, and I'm not really a coffee or tea enthusiast. I do not drink soda either. In fact, I do not remember the last time I drank soda. I I have no idea about the time. Um, yeah, by this I couldn't relate it when my mom mentioned that uh, her body was feeling, tired easier if didn't, she didn't drink coffee during the break of fasting. I can't really understand her with her like her statement. She said so because she is too used to consuming coffee. Well, it could be times when she was consuming once or twice glass of coffee, but maybe because of like what I know, coffee has more um, caffeine than tea. I have more eagerness when it comes to consuming tea rather than coffee. And even during Ramadan, I almost like drinking tea almost daily during the break, uh, during the break of fasting, or like when it was sahur time. Yeah, because like my family used to just making tea during that time before we were about or after fasting. and and then like I couldn't really, you know um, like I don't really experience much of having a hard time to sleep because of I drank a coffee earlier. I i rarely experience it unless I just drink some kind of like certain kind of coffee drink. Yes. And yeah, although I couldn't consider myself as a coffee enthusiast, there are times when I like to, you know, consume coffee, and there are some kind of coffee drinks that I prefer to consume than others. Maybe three of them could be like cappuccino, coffee and milk, and you know, like black bean coffee. Although I do not really enjoy like black brew blend coffee, but if it was made by my aunt, because my aunt used to, I know the process of how my aunt made the, the coffee from the coffee bean. I know the process. I know the whole process, and somehow the taste of the coffee made by my aunt, brewed by my aunt, was refreshing. The black one, the black coffee one. That way, I enjoy it. And yeah, I would say that those three were my favorite coffee when I need to choose what kind of coffee that I would like to drink, even though I'm not a coffee enthusiast or a coffee addict. And I also remember there are times when I used to like drink a third or half of a glass of coffees made by my mom's coffee glass of coffee, and I used to compete with my big brother to drink uh, some some of the coffee, like, yeah, half of the coffee from my mom's glass. And it's so nostalgic because my mom used to wonder who was drinking half of her coffee at that moment. It's just like coffee isn't my thing, but also part of my memory. And tea is part of my, let's say, ritual when it was during Ramadan. But I wouldn't consider myself as both a coffee or a tea enthusiast. And I hope you enjoy it. Bye.